Would you love to have a lot more money in your life? Would you love to learn how to begin to create more wealth on your current income? My friend, it's time for your mentoring appointment. Come on in. One of the biggest questions that people ask me is, Eric, how do I begin to grow my wealth? I love coaching people on how to become wealthy because while it certainly isn't easy, it can be very, very simple. And yes, you absolutely can begin to grow your wealth on your current income. It all has to do with how you use your money. The following is a strategy that all of my personal mentoring students must apply. It's called the Becoming Wealthy System, and it is based actually on T. Harv Ekker's JAR system. What you do is every time you get paid, let's say that you're currently a W-2 employee at a job somewhere, every time you get paid, you begin to divide all of your income into 6 different accounts. The first account is called your generosity account, and 10% of everything that you make goes into that account. So let's say that each of your paychecks is for $1,000. Automatically, you would put $100 into that generosity account. If you're churchy like me, that would go towards your tithing. If you're not, that would go towards a charity of your choice. You always want to, right off the bat, be generous with your funds because not only does it create goodwill, but remember, the universe is a very, very generous place. You want to be aligned with the universe. And so, the first 10% of your income goes into your generosity account. The next account is your education account, and another 10% goes into that. My friend, if you want to increase your wealth, you have to always be learning. My friend, you can't stop learning. It is critical that you continue your education. And so this 10% goes to purchasing books, purchasing audios, going to seminars and trainings, hiring mentors. My friend, you must always continue your education because learning one new skill can actually make the difference between financial mediocrity and financial success. The next 10% goes into what's called your financial freedom fund. And this is the money that you are going to use to invest in receiving passive income streams. Passive income streams? What are you talking about? Unfortunately, most people don't learn this in school. Most schools teach you how to go out and actively work for your income. They teach you how to be really great employees, so you go to a job and you trade your time for dollars. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but I like passive income. And a lot of passive income streams requires an initial investment. For example, real estate. Let's say that you purchased a number of real estate properties and got reliable renters into those houses. Those renters would then cover your mortgage and then provide you with passive income. Now, in order to do that, of course, you're going to need, in most cases, at least some capital. 10% of your income goes into your financial freedom fund, and you never ever spend that money. You only invest it. What's the word? Invest. That money can only be spent or invested into passive income streams such as real estate or other business ventures. The next 10% will go into your wealth accumulation account. Now, this can act like a typical savings account, or of course, you can put that into other investments that will give you a higher interest return. Whatever it is, you want to take 10% of your income and begin to accumulate wealth. The next 10% goes into my personal favorite account, and that's your celebration account. This is money that you use every single month just to celebrate and just to begin to feel wealthy. Unfortunately, there are way too many gurus teaching people that if you want to become wealthy, you have to scrimp and save and eat rice and beans for 50 years, and then hopefully one day you will have accumulated some mass amount of wealth. My friend, what you practice becomes habit. If you constantly practice living like a pauper, you're going to continue to live like a pauper when you're older, even if you've amassed a huge amount of wealth. My friend, 10% of your income goes into your celebration account, and every single month you take the entire amount and you go and you blow it guilt-free on whatever helps you to feel wealthy. Because remember, practice makes permanent. You thought I was going to say practice makes perfect, didn't you? But that's not the case. Practice makes permanent. And so it's important to continue to practice feeling wealthy so that your brain gets used to it and begins to create wealth in your life. This could be going to a really nice spa every month. This could be going to a really nice restaurant. Or if you must, the absolute maximum amount of time that you can accumulate this money is 3 months. If you want to wait for 3 months and accumulate a much higher amount and go do something crazy awesome, that's okay too. But remember, this entire account must be blown every month or minimum every 3 months to begin to put yourself in situations so that you begin to feel and practice being wealthy. Finally, 50% of your income goes into your essentials account, which can be used like a normal checking account. And this is the account that you are going to use to pay for your essentials. This is what you use to make the house payment, the car payment, your credit card payments, to pay for food, pay for gas, pay for clothes, and your other everyday needs. Oh, but Eric, shouldn't I pay off debt from my financial freedom fund? Isn't that the definition of financial freedom? No, my friend. Financial freedom does not mean debt-free. As one of my mentors loves to say, you can't go buy groceries by being debt-free. You can't retire on no debt. You must have passive income streams coming in. And so no, paying off credit cards, paying off other loans comes from your essentials account. And again, 50% of your income goes towards paying off your essentials. Wait a second, Eric. I'm just barely getting by right now. I can't live off of 50% of my income. What do I do? Does that mean there's no hope for me? No, of course, my friend. There's always hope for you. T. Harv Eker describes in his book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, that the purpose of this system is to create the habit. The habit is more important than the dollar amount. And so if you need to start with a single dollar every single month and you divide that dollar 10 cents into one account, 10 cents into another, 50 cents into the other here, then start there. Begin now to train your brain to actually become wealthy. And then every single month, you take the 10 cents from your celebration account, you go and you buy yourself a little piece of taffy and you enjoy the heck out of that piece of taffy. Or whatever it is that would make you feel successful and abundant. And then the next month, you do $2. And then the next month you do $4, and so on and so forth. Trust me, my friend, I have way too many testimonials from people that at the time were actually quite poor that use this account. And they all say the same thing. Eric, you're not gonna believe this. I don't know how this works, but our wealth just keeps growing. I keep making more money and things just keep working out. How is that possible? And I tell them it's because you are training your brain to continue to become more wealthy. My friend, you absolutely can begin to become wealthy on your current income. Use the Becoming Wealthy system and watch your income go up. Great job on today's mentoring appointment, my friend. As always, make sure to give us a thumbs up, make a comment below, and subscribe to our channel. Of course, if you really want to take your life to the next level, make sure to join us at one of our next live events. Send me an email at eric, E-R-I-C, at feelwelllivewell.com. Let me know that you've seen one of these videos and that you'd like to be my VIP guest at one of our next live events. Click on the link below to see a description of our different live events and come and join us because, my friend, your life is too short to not live the life that you desire. Let's help you take your life to the next level. We'll see you there.